I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. Those Intel commercials with the dude from Big Bang Theory, the tall, skinny dude, you know, the one that's really spazzy. Every commercial, he just shows up in a purple shirt, touches some people's computer, gets fingerprints all over it, says something quirky, and then leaves. Like, Intel, I don't get it. I just don't get these commercials. I'm sorry. I guess it's just me. I don't know. He's just a weird dude. I guess it's fine. People like that show, I guess. I don't I don't know. It's not for me. It's just so weird. And everyone loves these. Like, first off, I saw the one where he's talking noobs with gamers when he just pulls up to those two gamers playing World of Warcraft in 2015 very heavily. It's weird. Whatever. Gosh. Just look, I know it's a commercial. I know it's tie-in. Nerds know who that guy is. You want to sell those i7 processors, but come on, man. I don't know. It's just unsettling. No one else has a problem with those commercials. It's just me. It's my problem. That's something I need to get through. I don't know what inside of me is manifesting its hate towards the Big Bang Theory guy, but that's something I need to work on. I'll admit that. Gosh. Look, you got to talk about something when you're doing a gaming podcast by yourself for about 40 minutes. It gets hard, you know? It's not all bubblegum hills and Minecraft sheep, okay? It's not all cute and cuddly out there. It's real. Yeah, speaking of real, drug testing is coming to esports. I laughed when I first saw this, but it made sense the more I read about it. MLG, they're going to currently be instituting drug tests. Let me pull up the article here. Geez, you'd think I'd pull that up when I'm talking about a story. Let's see. New York Times. Good old New York Times. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. What did they say? Flouting rules for performance-enhancing drugs has felled some of the biggest names in sports. Now that list could include competitive video game players like Mr. Friesen, after he boasted that him and his teammates, they used prescription drugs, Adderall, to help them focus in competition. And now with more and more people, using Adderall, just cognitive enhancers, I don't know what else you can use, coffee, whatever. They're going to be instituting drug tests now with esports. I guess it's getting bigger, right? What did this one article say? There's like more than 113 million esports fans now. And I can attest, even when I've been gaming all my life, but this shit is growing ridiculously. I don't get it. I really don't. How people can sit in front of a computer for 32 hours and play Dota without taking a piss, I don't know. I really don't. But hey, more power to you if it's bringing you fun, dude. What can I say? Yeah, here it is. The growing stakes for players. Prize money is expected to reach $71 million this year. So, yeah, I guess it makes sense. You want a level playing field. Dude, this is just so weird. Like, there's nothing really physical. Well, yeah, I guess it is physical. You're clicking a mouse. But it's just, what is this world coming to? I don't know if I should be scared or happy. I guess I'm glad. You know what my thing is? I guess I just don't picture myself sitting down in front of ESPN on a Sunday and watching a Dota 2 championship. I don't know. Like, okay, I'm thinking maybe it just has to get like a certain mind share. Like once it starts getting the buzz outside of NeoGAF, like when you can go into a sports bar and have someone talking about like their raid or something like that. All right, maybe then it would become a little bit more enticing. But I don't know. You know what? It probably is. I guess it's because those games never really appealed to me. Like, when I was a kid, anything top down, I wasn't fucking with it. I don't know why. I just wasn't. It took me out of the action. And also, I didn't like turn-based, other than Pokemon. And wait, what else? No, Pokemon. Oh, those Mega Man. What were those games called? Like intranet games, like where you played Mega Man and you hacked into the mainframe and shit. That was awesome. What else? Nah, that's all I can remember right now. But yeah, turn-based was never really my thing. That's why I never really got into Final Fantasy either. But I started coming around. I liked what did I play recently? Torchlight 2. That was fun. Diablo, I guess I got to spend more time with it. But I think that's like the main reason why I never gravitated to Twitch or watching esports. But it's growing. I mean, if people are taking PEDs for it, it must mean something, right? God, I'm trying to let's see. Like, I'm just picturing everyone at their computers at the gaming halls, just like, I thought it was, wait, so can you have Mountain Dew too? What about like heavily caffeinated drinks? You know, what are we talking about here? Because when I used to work at Hot Topic, we used to sell those little gamer fuel drinks. Like they were like little Red Bull cans, and they were like 30 grams of sugar, and they would get you all hopped up. It's like you just did a line. Like, they should ban those, if anything. That is what's messing up. That would mess up esports. Mess up your liver too. Jesus. Yeah, but it's not even top-down gaming too. It's like Call of Duty. It's growing. Because probably what I'm thinking is probably even in the next 10 years, you're probably going to see like Uncharted, like just speed runs and stuff like that, like leaderboards going up. I think it'll be something people care about. I mean, gaming's growing. It's only getting bigger. It's like the biggest entertainment medium right now in terms of monetary value. It makes sense, dude. Where there's money, that's where everyone follows. Follow the money. That's where everyone follows. So that was handled. Konami. What happened, man? What happened, dude? Like, we were boys. Back in the day, me and Konami, we were tight. We were Keenan and Kel. We were Corey and Sean. You know, we were Mr. Feeney and Corey's bedroom window at night. That's how me and Konami were. But I don't know. I guess they just stopped wanting to make games. Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain's coming out September. Other than that, what else do they have? Pro Evolution Soccer. I don't know. It's just been a huge decline. It's just been not a huge decline, but just a falling off from, one of the titans in the gaming industry. So the big news that happened this week is now there's these Konami reports about cruel and unusual employee practices. It was I saw this one. Where is it? Oh, Forbes. So they just got, as everyone knows, Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear, who's been there since, I don't know, the Civil War. He just left the company. There's word that there's bad blood. I mean, Konami yanked his name off the game. On every Metal Gear game, it says a Kojima Studios production. Konami just took that off. Like, yeah, fuck you, man. And he's gone. The game is still being finished, but after the game is released, he stated that he's leaving the company, which I kind of want to see. Like, I want to see that guy do something else. He makes awesome games. Like, all right, Metal Gear's done. Wasn't Metal Gear supposed to be over after Metal Gear 4? Or something? And don't ask me about the Metal Gear story. Fuck you. Don't ask me about the Metal Gear story. How dare you expect me to keep up with that? I tried. I really did. Even before 4 came out, I went on YouTube and I watched the story videos from 1 to Snake Eater. Still, just so dense and so full of just bullshit. I guess some people like it. Whatever. I can't complain to you, but it's just... I can't hold on to anything. And then Metal Gear Solid 4, it was like I was watching a TV movie in between every cutscene. Like, come on, guys. I don't have that much attention span, all right? I was born in 91. I can't focus on anything. I came up with the internet, all right? Gosh, I'm used to tabbed browsing. You can't expect me to hold my attention for that long. But yeah, I mean... long story, quirky characters, just weird attention to detail. That's what's, I don't know, enamored the hearts of gamers everywhere with the Metal Gear series, because there are people that will slit my throat for saying what I just said. But yeah, so after that comes out, I mean, Konami really has nothing going on. And in the report... and Silent Hills got canceled too once Konami left. That was a game him and Guillermo del Toro were working on. Let's see. I gotta find the cruel and unusual punishment. Oh yeah, and it gets creepy too, man. Let's see. Konami reportedly they monitor the movements of employees with cameras that are placed everywhere, with particular interest given to how long they break for lunch using time cards. Is this 1982? Those that take too long are publicly shamed within the company. Publicly shamed. How do they publicly shame them? I mean, it is Japan. Do they like? Is it like a frat boy thing? Do they paddle them when they're walking back to their cubicle? Public shaming. Do they like do they delete like their gamer tag score from their 360 profile in front of everyone? It's like the equivalent of turning in your police badge. It's just like a huge dishonor. God, I'm stupid. The only Konami employees that have their own email addresses are from PR and sales. Everyone else has to do with they get randomized email addresses that change every month. Let me see. Oh, yo, Konami, they're straight G's. I mean, I say that with equanimity, but they have no patience for employees they deem useless, shuffling their responsibilities around not only to other jobs within their division, but sometimes moving them out of game development entirely and working into their pachi slot factories. Yeah, in Japan, Konami, they just own what are those things? Pachinko parlors. Pachinko parlors. They own gyms. They just have their hand in weird stuff. But like, I think that's where they make most of their money off of now. That's probably why they're not focusing on games so much. Yeah, but they redirect their employees to like work janitorial jobs, just do menial shit. Like people that were game devs that work their entire lives for that. Yeah, it's rude, but that's some G shit, man. Like, whatever. Oh, and one of the employees, like apparently a lot of this came to light after like the employees that left. They were posting a lot of this stuff to Facebook. They called them punishment jobs, and they were giving these punishments out to junior employees and senior staff. Because the crazy thing about Konami is it's still a family company. It's a family hierarchy. The founder of the company, I am gonna destroy this name, Kagemasa Kazuki, he's the chairman, while his son Takuya Kazuki is the president. And the board of directors has Kazuki's nephew and son-in-law. It's nepotism out the yin yang over there. So you could tell how that's run. That might be something. That might be why Kojima had, why he's been wanting to leave. I've been picturing that they've just been keeping Hideo Kojima did you ever see Clock Stoppers? This is perfect. My 90s kids, you're with me here. Remember in Clock Stoppers when they took French Stewart and they put him in that cryogenic chamber where they slowed down time so he can continually work on a new prototype for a time-controlling watch for years on end, but only aging about a minute in the process? I feel like Konami just had Hideo Kojima on a spaceship somewhere, just sleep depriving him like what they do in Scientology, and just pumping him with useless information and brainwashing him so he can continue making these Metal Gear games. And that's also why the stories make no fucking sense, because this guy is like he's having a fever dream for the past decade. I really think that's what Konami's been doing. I mean, look at Hideo Kojima. That dude is over 50. Why does he look younger than me? That's not right, okay? I know Asian people look like they're 12 forever, all right? But that dude, he's like, either Konami's doing something or he's eating babies. I don't know what it is, but he makes an interesting video game. I'll give him that. Okay, what else we got on the docket here? Just pulling up these news stories. Let's knock them out, Pete. Okay, yeah. Did you guys see that new Time magazine cover with Palmer Luckey, the Oculus Rift founder? It has to be. I can't. If you haven't seen this photo, it has to be the worst photo ever put on the cover of a magazine in publication history. It has to be. If you haven't seen it, imagine a really bad stock background of a beach and a bad Photoshop of Palmer Luckey on the front with no shoes, knees bent, both hands in the air, a couple inches off the ground, looking like he's being sucked into a UFO with a stick up his ass. Now, let me tell you something. If I was in that photo, I would have to walk into the Time offices and kill everyone there. I'm sorry. Witnesses too. There's just no way. There is no way I would allow myself to be portrayed like that. And that's me. I'm nobody. Now, imagine doing that to the guy who sold his company Oculus VR after dropping out of college to Facebook for $2 billion and is making a platform way bigger than gaming. Like, Time, do you know what that dude is making? All right. The Oculus Rift, it's a virtual reality simulator. It puts you in the game essentially as well. But the possibilities are so expansive for that. Like, we haven't seen anything yet. You know what that thing could do? I don't remember where I heard it, but there was this demonstration where this guy, he put on the glasses, and it didn't simulate he was in a video game. It actually simulated that he was in a movie theater. And to him, it felt like he was really sitting in a movie theater watching a huge 20, 30-foot screen that was right in front of him, even though he was only wearing a pair of glasses. Like, this thing transports you to someplace completely different. I can speak firsthand. I used it. It was PAX 2013. Palmer Luckey was actually there. It was right... It was a little while after they were bought by Facebook. And the dude, I don't know, he was just sitting down. And me and my friend Reggie, we were playing it, and they strapped us in. Well, they just put it on our head. We didn't get on a ride or something. And we were just sitting in this couch, and it was a fighting game. But how the fighting game was, we were these two characters, but the arena was a living room. And we were already sitting in these couches. So the room that we were playing in looked exactly like the room that we were actually sitting in. So there were these so we had these like little we had the 3D models jumping around fighting, and it was so cool. Like, if I looked around a corner, if I looked around a chair, I can move the character there. Like, it really felt like I was in it. And that was just a prototype. That was like one of the early dev kits, dude. Like, remember old cell phones? Remember how shitty the Zach Morris, Will Smith phones were? Those Fresh Prince phones where you can give someone a concussion if you're not careful enough when you're swinging that thing. Like, now look at what your phone can do. All right, this may change how. All right, I'm gonna get crazy here. I'm gonna get woo woo. All right. I'm already there. This could be bigger than the internet. This could change the way man perceives the nature of waking reality forever. Okay? I'm talking about our consciousness being completely uplifted and placed somewhere else in the matter of seconds. All right? It's crazy shit. Okay, now everyone's saying that Time, messed up VR because of this. Because honestly, who's gonna look at that cover and go, "Oh, that's something I want to put on my face"? No, they ran with the usual nerd story, like, "Oh, Palmer's not your typical nerd. He doesn't wear flip flops and wear Dungeons and Dragons." Yeah, it's 2015, but they're still quoting that stuff. Yeah, and it didn't really show why VR is such a big thing, why this guy is on the cover of Time magazine. It kind of just looks like, hey, look at these crazy nerds, man. Oh, dude, there's another there's another picture of him on the beach, like picking the goggles up and just looking straight ahead into the camera. Like, there's so... Oh, like, this picture is made for a caption contest. Like, even the way the sky is on the front, like, it's perfectly blank where you can fit 2 nice sentences of caption there. I don't know how this hasn't been on Reddit's front page yet. Please Google Palmer Luckey Time magazine photo. The dude's a genius. He didn't deserve that. Seriously, I feel for you, bro. Let me see what else this article has here. Let's see. Yeah, but it's this is the thing, and I don't think it's gonna sink VR. I really don't, because the thing is, this isn't something that you can really explain or tell people about. Like, this is just one of those things where you have to do it. Like, before I used Oculus, I didn't see the point. I didn't see what the big deal was until I actually strapped it on and I had my first oh shit moment. That's what's gonna sell this. It's like when this is at the Walmart kiosk and the mom comes up and she puts that on, you know, and she's suddenly in Billy Blanks' training room and he's doing a deep tissue massage. Like, she'll get it, she'll buy it. It's the new Wii Sports, it's the new Wii Fit. It'll be everything. It'll be everywhere. All right, I'm telling you, this is one of those things where people just have to see it to believe it. It'll happen. Time Magazine, they know what they're doing. They know what's gonna get their name in the headlines. They know what's gonna cause a stir. But like real technology always shines through, man. Yeah, so don't get your panties up too much in a knots, gaming public, whatever the fuck we are. Let's see here. Moving right along. Oh, okay. And this was actually kind of sad. Nintendo has actually sold more Amiibos now than Wii U's. Yeah, and Amiibos came out, last year? Wii U's have been out since 2012. I still haven't bought one. Yeah, they still need to do another price drop for that thing, man. I'm sorry, Nintendo. So yeah, Nintendo came out with their Amiibo line. That's basically Skylanders or Disney Infinity. It's like their offering into the gaming/toy arena. The only thing with Amiibos that are really different is Nintendo makes about 2 Amiibos for each character. So if you want to find one, you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, so now they have sold 10.5 million Amiibos to date. Meanwhile, they've sold 9.54 million Wii U sales. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Wii U is a higher, it's a $300 console, while, you know, Amiibos are like, $10, $13? But still, it says something that your console that's been on the market for so long still isn't gaining any traction. I mean, 9.54 million units for a console that's been out for 3 years now. That's like Dreamcast shit right there, man. I'm really hoping that whatever Nintendo's next thing is, what is it, the NX, the XXX, whatever it is, their next, the Wii Us, I hope that thing really gets them back into, I don't want to say rolling with the big boys, because I mean, I like that Nintendo's different. I like that they're not like Sony and Microsoft. They're not going to be doing the same moves every year. I like they march to the beat of their own drum. But I mean, honestly, they're a little ridiculous. You're not going to get any third-party support making severely underpowered machines like that. Because what Nintendo likes to do is, when they make a video game console, they don't have it in their head, hey, let's make the best video game console to play games on. In their head, they say, okay, let's make the best device to play Nintendo games on. The vision we have for them, and what's going to make that, what's going to enable us to make the best game out of this hardware for what we want to do. And that speaks to Nintendo fans. They make systems for Nintendo fans. I already know which niggas in my life are going to be picking up Mario Kart 8, or who are going to be picking up the next console. Like, you already know those people, and everyone knows them too. If you have a Nintendo dude in your group, like, you know who that is. They just don't want to face facts and grow up. I'm joking. I love Nintendo. But yeah, it's kind of sad, because it's Nintendo, dude. Like, they're the staple. Like Nintendo's always there. You don't really expect to see them floundering like that. Yeah, I'm sure they have money in the bank. You know, Nintendo's stacked, but still, it's like watching your dad get beat up. Oh, the news is finished, and let me stretch it out. All right. This has been weighing on me for a really long time. I tried to hold it in, but all the news I'm seeing, all the posts, I can't. I gotta let this out. It's weighing heavy on my chest, and I'm doing this for the good of my fellow gamers everywhere, okay? This is about that premature ordering, as we know it, pre-ordering. Now, everyone who pre-orders their games, stand your ass up. Well, not really. Leave a comment or something. Because you're the problem. You are the reason why companies are screwing us over. Let me tell you this. There is no reason on God's green earth to pre-order a video game. They will be there. These are, you go to a game store, that game's gonna be there, okay? Don't listen to the dude in the GameStop pin who's telling you, no, dude, a lot of people are coming in, man. I don't know. You might want to pre-order this. Oh, Game Informer too. Let me just don't listen to that dude. All right, he's not real. He's a figment of your imagination. He comes from the GameStop magical land full of quotas and congregate commercials. Now, don't listen to them. Pre-ordering is only a way for the publisher to secure your sale before they actually give you anything. We have no incentive. There is no upside to this. And you go, oh, but Pete, I get the pre-order DLC. I get the bonus. I get the Catwoman missions. I get the season pass. I get all this great stuff. Dude, don't you understand that all that stuff used to be included in the game and just used to be called the game? Now what they do is they make everything all at once. They partition out the content and they charge you for extra content. They're trying to see how much they can squeeze out of us, these companies. And I know AAA games is not a cheap thing to do. It's very expensive. I get it. But there comes a point where you piss off your customer base to where there's no coming back. We're even seeing it with Steam now. Steam finally implemented Steam refunds. And look what happens. As soon as Arkham Knight drops, as soon as it drops on PC, how many refunds are given out? These games keep coming out broken, and it's the publishers not having any respect for their consumers. They want to hit a date, they release the game, and they say, oh, we'll just patch it in a week. But we'll still charge you full price for it. We still won't give you a return if you bought this retail. You can still go fuck yourself. What other medium? Do you go to the movies and pay for your ticket 2 weeks before the movie comes out? And then when you go to the movie is skipping and stuttering the first 10 minutes that it's playing? No, you get your money back. You don't put up with this. The only reason it's done is because we put up with this. We need to make a concerted effort to stop. This is madness, honestly. If this is your hobby, if this is what you enjoy, if this is something that brings you fulfillment, if this is how you intake your art, then it should be on the onus of the publishers and the creators of that content to have as much respect for the people that they are affecting with it. They should have that same respect for us as how we have the respect for their art. It's a two-way street, okay? And it's detrimental to their art just how it's detrimental to the way we perceive their art. For one, I love gaming. I want to see this medium grow. But when you have bullshit like this is what keeps it stagnant. This is what keeps it from really penetrating into the mainstream, into giving it the breadth it deserves, to make gaming journalism something bigger, to where people can make actual livings, to where devs don't have to be shoveled around all the time. In order for this to get bigger, you can't be held down like this. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to push it through my voice here because I really don't think people are understanding it. Let me pull this up here. All right. Now, I can't tell you what to do with your money, okay? I really can't. It's yours. If you want to put down $5, $10, $15 in a game beforehand, you go right ahead. You worked for that money. But let me tell you something, okay? As a consumer, you're doing their work for them. And you're even seeing this with Kickstarter now. You're seeing companies put their games on Kickstarter with a goal that's well below of what it will take to actually get that game developed and published. All they're doing is they're using that to gauge public interest so they can show that to publishers so they can then get their game made. You're the capital. You're the initial investment in that for that company to get their return. The thing is, though, you're not seeing any return on that. Sure, you may get a game when it comes out and you may get a t-shirt if the Kickstarter actually goes through, but you're not seeing a return on your investment. When you put your money in Kickstarter, it's framed as a donation, but you're really giving that company capital is what you're doing. You're giving them value. The money that you put in is a straight correlation of the value of how many people want this product, okay? And you're showing that with the best indicator possible, your wallet, okay? if you keep supporting that, like look at E3. Look at E3. I love Adam Boyes, but then the Shenmue dude comes on for the Shenmue 3 Kickstarter. Yes, the cult classic. You're finally gonna get another Shenmue. I didn't own a Dreamcast. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed the boat. I missed the gravy train on Shenmue. But they announced the Kickstarter at E3 saying, "Hey, donate money to our game so we can get it paid." Yeah, I know we're only on the biggest platforming in games at the leading console manufacturer's stage show, but sorry guys, like he practically pulled out his pockets and twisted his hands and said, "We have no money. Please buy our game." When you have the publisher right there, it's what are you doing at this point? Sony can obviously bankroll that. They took the time to put you on their stage. They gave you the grandstanding. They gave you the music. The companies know exactly what they're doing. They're supposed to assess their own risk. And if you go, "Well, Pete, it's a lot of money to make these games," companies companies take risks as well. Well, you know what? That's the job of a business. It's what you're supposed to do. That's your job. It's not mine. Tough tits, all right? It's what you do, not me. Don't put that onus on me, dude, because, and I might be fine with it if these games are coming out working, if they were coming out as finished products, but they're not doing that. Stop pre-ordering games. Stop it. Cut it out. Stop.